Alright, good morning. I'm here at the Thunder Lake, Lion Lake Junction. Yesterday, here I went right, that way, and it gets super steep. And we saw the Lion Lakes, we saw Snowbank Lake, made it up to the divide, and did Chief's Head. But today, I'm gonna go the other way. And it's a little bit of a change of plan because I was originally going to go right again, stash some stuff here, and go for Alice. But the snowfield that I saw on the slope that I'm supposed to ascend looked pretty risky. It spanned the whole slope of the peak, so there's no way you couldn't get up without crossing it. There's no way you could get up without crossing it. And so, I was looking at some pictures of it this morning that I took when I woke up, and trying to see, trying to remember, is there going to be an okay place to cross it? And maybe, but I don't know, and I'm not too sure, and I don't want to climb another 2,500 feet up and then find out, oh, I can't get across this. And most of that hike, would be something I've already seen anyways. And I know it gets really uncomfortably steep up there, and only the last mile or so would be really new. So I decided this morning, I was going back and forth last night and going back and forth this morning, and I just could not decide. But I decided this morning that I'm going to go straight for Thunder. So I'm going to go left this time, and we'll see if we can get up Alice on the other way from Boulder-Grand Pass. I don't think I'll be able to get to Boulder-Grand Pass either, based on what I've seen yesterday. It looked like there's another snowfield, but I might try and get over to Box Lake, Eagle Lake area, and maybe somehow, someway we can get to the little pass between Mahana and Isolation, and then if I can get there, I can maybe ascend up to the ridge, and then I would have to go over the Cleaver, mind you, so that's another unknown, and then I could get to Boulder-Grand that way, and then climb up to Alice. So I'll try that, we'll see how that works. I might only get to the lakes, and that's okay, but that's kind of my plan for the day that I came up with at 4:30 this morning in the tent, looking at the maps and looking at the contours and just seeing just how steep Alice was and just how steep that snowfield's going to be, and just convincing myself that it was not going to be safe. And I've already seen a lot of that hike anyways. So, made it to the junction here in about 30-40 minutes. I left at 6:30. It took me a while to pack up camp today because I was looking at the maps for a while. So I left at 6:30 and got here in about 30 to 40 minutes, so a pretty good time. A little shorter. It felt shorter than yesterday, which was nice. So yeah, I'm just taking off my down and switching out my winter hat, and I'm going to get a drink of water. That's kind of why I stopped here, and just to get a rest. So I still have another 700 feet of climbing. I already climbed 300 just to get here today, but I have another 700 to go to get up to Thunder Lake, and this is with full pack and everything. So I guess I can check my elevation. I think it's still 700. Let that load, see what it says. Yeah, even if I just got to those lakes, which I don't even know if I can get to them either. I'm just assuming I can go off trail to them, but there could be stuff there that's also going to block me. But let's just say I can get to the lakes and that's it. That'll still be really cool. Oh, okay, so we only have about 550 feet to go. So not as bad as I thought. That makes you feel better. Alright, well, time to pack up. And we will get out of here. There's the sign. So there's a nice little kind of resting area right here. So, yeah, we're gonna go left, see some new stuff. And then when I hike out tomorrow, I've got 6.8 miles, but mostly downhill. Let's do it. Well, it is only 8 o'clock in the morning, and I am fully set up at my campsite. I went in there. This one actually has multiple campsites, which the other ones haven't had. And the first one that I looked at was really not very nice, and it's right by the privy, and you can actually smell it. So I continued walking in and saw the second site was occupied, and it looked really nice. And the guy came over and said, "Hey, if you want my site, I'm leaving today. You're welcome to it." So I said, "Sure." And I was originally just going to dump some stuff there, but I decided, you know, heck, why not just try and set up my tent, because there was space for it. So I'm actually fully set up. My tent is all set. And my bag and everything, my pillow, my air rail, everything is in there ready for me to crawl in. And that's going to save so much time this evening, and it's a really nice site. So, and it's only 8 o'clock, and I'm fully set up, and I'm ready for adventure. And I was able to just drop off a bunch of stuff that normally I was carrying with me on my day hikes. So my pack is really light right now. So that is cool. So now I'm headed down to the lake. I haven't actually seen it yet. And let's see what it's all about. The guy who was at the site said he went up to Lake of Many Winds yesterday, and he said it was really beautiful. It was extremely windy, hence the name. And I was also experiencing a lot of that wind up on Chief's Head yesterday. And so that could be something I could do. He said he got up and down in 3 hours, which is pretty remarkable. So maybe I'll check that out. And yeah, so all in all, we're off to a great start today. The weather's supposed to be a lot like yesterday. It said it was going to be windy again today, but low chance of rain, only 10%. So here's to hoping for another beautiful day. Wow, this is already really beautiful in here. And here's the cabin. Now that would be a place to stay. lake. Lake of many winds. And yes, it's insanely windy. Across the snowfield, pretty treacherous one here at Lake of Many Winds, and just taking a little breather because that was a little scary and it's really windy and it was a little exhausting. So, and I have a really big final push to the pass. I've read about it. It's kind of like Scree, or Colorado's version of Scree. Wow. Boulder-Grand Pass, folks. It's windy. gonna take a little break here. It's insanely windy. Maybe have a snack and then try and head up one of the peaks. This is really cool. It's gonna be scary going down, but Boulder-Grand Pass, folks. Really exciting to be here. Climbing up the backside on Alice. So far, so good. Rocky, I can kind of go wherever I want, which always helps. On the shoulder of Alice, about 200 vertical feet from the summit, and this has not been bad at all. This is really my first major stop to take some pictures. We've got Copeland, we've got Indian Peaks, we've got Isolation, looks like Ogallala. We got it all up here. We've got the Gore Range. And this really hasn't been bad yet, because the slope of this mountain is so broad. I can make these giant switchbacks going at the exact angle of elevation gain that I need to just keep moving and not get too tired. And that is really what you want. That really helps. I don't know how long it's been, but this was not bad for about 1,300 feet in one go. So I'm going to gain that last 200 and we'll see you at the summit. Made it to the summit of Mount Alice. And this is a very cool summit. There is a lot to explore here. And I'm really excited about the lack of thunderheads, kind of just a lack of clouds in general, except for these really wispy ones. That is awesome. That means I'm gonna hang here for a little while, maybe even eat a little snack. This is a great moment. All right. The weather is just perfect, and it's holding. Not really any clouds that I'm worried about at all, and it's almost 1 o'clock. Ooh, but first I gotta get a picture of these, I think they're sky pilots. This looks like a good display of them. So, let's get out the other camera. So yeah, I had just a wonderful time there at the summit. The weather's perfect. I had a nice little wind shelter, and it was just really nice. It just soaked up the views. Didn't have to worry about anything. Really, not worrying about the weather is really nice. That really means you can just take it at your own pace and enjoy it as long as you want, which is exactly what I did. And I had a nice little lunch. I ate the rest of my lunch food, so I have none left. Just fine. Because tomorrow I'm gonna come out of the woods and get some real food. So I'm not gonna worry about lunch tomorrow. I'm just gonna get a big meal when I get out. I'm secretly hoping for the Meadow Mountain Cafe. In Allen's Park. I hope they'll be open when I go, because I've been really craving some breakfast food. So we'll see if we can make that happen. Really cool to catch a glimpse of Falcon Lake there, along with Thunder and Lake of Many Winds. we are on the Cleaver. And that is certainly the Cleaver. The safe path is down here, exposed path up there. I'm going to go with the safe one. Alright, here we are on the true summit of the Cleaver, the third and southernmost gendarme along this serrated ridge, and I'm at 12,267 is what the altimeter says, which is higher than the one that I was on before, which I thought was the real summit, which is that one right there in the foreground. So this is the true summit of the Cleaver. You can see Mount Alice, summited that one, Chief's Head, got that one, Longs and Meeker, haven't gotten those, Tanima in the foreground, we've got Indigo Pond, and down there's Eagle Lake. And then the outlying ridge of Isolation Peak is just right here in front of me, which we summited that one as well. Just had to squeeze through that. And I'm continuing on through the Bergschrund. There's about 2 more tough spots and then I'll be clear. Let's hope we can get out. Alright. We got through that tough spot. One more. I think it's just ahead. I think this next one might be a little easier. I can't remember. We're about to find out. Alright, got through that one. That one was actually a little harder. So we're almost there. Cleaver's tough, man. Especially in early season. Cruising on up to the top of Tanima Peak. And it looks like the summit block ahead of me. This is my last peak of the day. Did Alice. And I managed to do the Cleaver. And now we're headed for this one. And the hope is that I can descend down the other side, back to Thunder. Not this side, the other side, but I'm just looking. It looks doable for my Alice, that I should be able to get down, but obviously I couldn't see the whole mountain. I could only see the side that was facing me. Came up through there this morning.